guys, and welcome back to our channel. So today I am finally bringing you guys the video you guys have all been waiting for, which is our baby-led weaning video slash what she eats in a day. So today I'm going to be showing you guys what Sophie eats in a day for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and all her little snacks and stuff. Basically everything from start to finish. We got a later start to the day today, so she's already a little cranky, so I'm going to hurry up and make her breakfast. As of right now, she is not being breastfed anymore. She is on whole milk, but we're cutting down the amount of milk that she eats because now she's been eating breakfast, lunch, dinner for a while now. She started baby-led weaning when she right when she turned 6 months, and at first you need definitely a lot of patience because at first, yeah, she would literally just throw everything on the floor. But slowly she learned to eat more. You just gotta be consistent with it. Hurry up and make her breakfast because she is starving. All right, so starting off with breakfast, I'm making one of Sophie's favorite breakfasts ever. She's obsessed with these blueberry pancakes. This girl is obsessed with blueberries in general. She loves them, and these pancakes are actually super easy to make. You guys definitely give them a try. What you need to do is grab one banana. You're gonna mash it up and mix it together with one egg. I take a little bit of vanilla extract, a little bit of ground cinnamon, and I'm gonna mix that all together. And I'm going to be taking some rolled oats. I don't really measure. I just kind of start adding it like 1 tablespoon at a time until I get a thicker consistency and more of like a batter consistency. I'm going to be adding my batter 1 tablespoon at a time as well to a buttered pan. And I'm going to be making these little mini pancakes. And of course, you can't forget the blueberries. Make sure you smush the blueberries together or cut them up really tiny according to your baby's age. And at this point, Sophie was hungry, so I just chopped up a little bit of strawberries for her and gave them to her as a little snack so she could wait on the rest of her breakfast. And just to finish off her breakfast, I am making her 1 egg. I'm just taking a little bit of butter on a pan, of course. We also like to use avocado oil a lot, so we have like a little spray can of that. I'm taking my egg, cracking it, adding a little bit of pepper and a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of cheese. I'm just finishing cooking that up, and I'm gonna chop it into smaller pieces for her, and that is breakfast. Super easy.
That? Mama? Mama?
We sat her in the high chair, and I'm just getting everything set up to serve her her food. I put our little placemat on the tray, which definitely get a placemat, you guys. It makes mealtime so much easier, and it makes cleaning the tray so much easier, especially when you have to do it multiple times a day. And also, these suction bowls and plates are absolutely amazing. There's a couple different sets from Amazon that we love, so I'll link all of our essentials down below for you guys because we found a lot of products that make mealtime so much easier. And as of lately, I've been trying to teach her how to use a fork. So I just got these little forks from Target, and I'll just kind of help her out a little bit. I'll put the food on the fork for her and then offer it to her. And sometimes she takes it, sometimes she doesn't. But lately, she's actually been getting the hang of it, and she loves using her little forks. And this morning, she was actually obsessed with the breakfast, you guys. She ate pretty much all of her breakfast. She was starving. Like I said, we did start baby-led weaning when she was 6 months, but definitely at first she would not eat like any of the food. She would mainly just throw it on the floor. It took us maybe like a little bit over a month for her to actually start eating a lot of the food, so it definitely takes time. It definitely takes patience. Even now, certain days she won't be in the mood, or she will be fussy and she'll throw a lot of her food on the floor. Just kind of learn different things that work for us. Like whenever I notice that she's throwing a lot of the food on the floor, I'll tell her no thank you, or I just make sure that I'm right next to her in case I do see that she's about to throw something. I kind of move her hand away and I tell her no thank you. Or if I notice that she's not really eating a lot that day, I'll kind of just start offering the food to her. If she does throw like her fork or anything on the floor, I'll just pick it back up and I'll tell her no thank you, and I will go wash it and hand it back to her. You just gotta kind of keep trying and keep going with it, you guys. It definitely takes a lot of patience, but I seriously think baby-led weaning has been one of the best things that we've done. At this point, I could kind of tell that she was done eating. She'll start to get a little bit frustrated, or she'll stop paying attention to the food. Like, she'll just be really distracted, and that's kind of how I know that she's done. I still will leave her in there for a couple more minutes because sometimes just leaving her in there, she'll start eating again. I will keep offering the food to her, but I could kind of tell whenever she's done eating, she'll start to try and pull her plate off of the tray and stuff, and at this point, I know that she's done. Definitely try and leave them in there for a couple more minutes if you can, because sometimes they will start eating again.
It's like a prenup before marriage.
Sorry.
I don't trust you. I hope it works out. There's still probably something there that's not good for you. And I personally don't think she has a. That's the only so many obstacles and shit.
That is how much she left behind from her breakfast. She did eat pretty much most of it, and at this point, it is time for her nap, so she will be drinking about 4 ounces of milk. And now for lunchtime, I'm gonna be making some salmon. For hers, I just added a little bit of pepper, paprika, and some garlic. I set that aside, that way I could season mine. And I'm always getting questions on how I come up with all these recipes and how I get all these recipes for her. And there is a couple different TikTok accounts and a couple different Instagram accounts that I follow, and a couple different apps that have a ton of recipes on there. There's also this app called Solid Starts that we love and has been super, super helpful to us because you can actually look up every single ingredient, most ingredients, and it'll show you how to cut them according to your baby's age. So it's super, super helpful and has been super helpful from the start. But for the most part, you guys, I'm usually just making her whatever we're having. I just won't add any salt to her, or there's certain things that obviously babies can't have, so I won't give that to her. Like for the salmon, I just didn't add any salt to hers, and a lot of the other stuff that I added to ours, just because I added like soy sauce and stuff that has like way too much sodium for her. I just cooked up her salmon with a little bit of butter, and I gave her about half of that fillet. Just gave her some rice on the side, some avocado, and a little bit of seaweed cut up into little pieces. I sprinkled a little bit of nutritional yeast over her food, and that is lunch. Sophie is actually not a very big fan of salmon, or honestly meat in general. Sometimes I swear I think that she's like vegan or something. I don't know if it's like a texture thing or what it is, but most kids, you have to hide their veggies. But no, I have to hide her meat. Like, she's a big fan of pasta, so usually we'll put meat in her pasta, and that's how I get her to eat some meat. Right here, she took a bite of the salmon, and I was super, super excited because she actually ate it, but then she spit it out, so I got excited for nothing. She didn't really eat a lot of her salmon, to be honest. The other day, I did give her salmon, she ate all of it, which my biggest tip to you guys is, even if your babies don't like certain foods, keep offering it to them, because sometimes you'll offer it to them like multiple times, they will hate it, and then randomly one day you give it to them and they eat it. So just keep offering it to them. Sometimes it's like a texture thing, sometimes you have to prep it a different way and they'll eat it. Like right there, I was super excited, but then right here, you're gonna see she spits it out. So she didn't eat a lot of her salmon. She had just like a couple bites. She did eat most of her rice, most of her avocado, and most of her seaweed. And I am leaving a lot of footage of her eating in the video because I wanted you guys to see what mealtime was actually like. I don't really like to offer her water while she eats because it is more of a choking hazard. So usually I will offer her water a little bit before she eats and a little bit after. And look at mommy's right here trying to clean up the mess for me. How considerate and how convenient of her. So this is the aftermath, guys, and she actually did not really eat a lot. I told you guys she's not really a big fan of salmon. She had a few bites, but nothing crazy, and this is how much she left. I ended up dumping her bowl on here. Whenever she keeps trying to take it off, like, I'll put it back on, but if she keeps trying to take it off, I'll just put some of the food on her actual tray, and sometimes she'll still keep eating, and then sometimes she'll get a little frustrated, but I kind of just let her sit here for a little bit, and she'll start eating again. But I kind of know, like, when she's done, once she starts being, like, kind of fussy, and she starts looking over at me, and, like, she's done. I can tell when she's done eating. And this is how much she left. She did eat quite a lot of the avocado. She ate a lot of the seaweed, and she ate pretty much all the rice, and she did have a few bites of salmon, but she did leave kind of a lot. And now for snack time, I'm just cutting up some strawberries for her. I did quarter these for her. Make sure that you are cutting everything according to your baby's age. Usually snack time consists of something super quick and easy, so usually some fruit and then something else on the side. Today I'm giving her a yogurt on the side, and that is her snack. Look at how much she loves strawberries. We're super sad that the CDC recalled them because I have not been giving her strawberries lately, and they're one of her favorite fruits. But during this time, I usually will just take advantage and do her hair, because if you're a girl mom, you know the struggle doing your baby's hair, because usually they don't like to have their hair done, and it makes your life so much harder. But usually giving her a snack or keeping her entertained with some food does the trick for us. She actually really loved this yogurt, guys. This is a new flavor. It's pear, spinach, and mango. And she actually really liked it. She's being a monster right now. My grandma sent these from Mexico, and they're so freaking cute. Obsessed with them. Quick and easy today. We're not going anywhere. And she's a little bit cranky because she did skip her nap. I might try and put her down again, but she's all done. That means she's done. And now for snack time again. Usually she does have about 2 snacks a day before dinner. I did give her these little Jesus breads that I got at the store with some hummus on top. She absolutely loves hummus. I gave her a side of tomatoes and a side of grapes. I always like to give her some sort of fruit. Be careful with grapes because they are a common choking hazard, but don't be scared to try new things. I've been giving her grapes literally since she was like 7 months old, and she's always done amazing with them, but always make sure that you are cutting the food according to your baby's age. She has her snack. I'm gonna be starting on dinner. I am taking some, I believe it's cavapati. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but it's that pasta for us. And then I'm taking some chickpea, I believe it's rotini for her. I am cutting up a strawberry. This is not a strawberry, this is a carrot. I am cutting up a carrot for her into little strips like this, and I am gonna be putting those in the air fryer for her. I'm taking a corn, I'm gonna be cutting that in half, and then I'm also gonna be boiling that for her. That's how I cut the corn, and that's how I cut the carrots. I did just add some garlic powder and I believe a little bit of paprika to them, a little bit of avocado oil, and I am putting those in the air fryer for about 10 minutes at like 350. But make sure you check them because the air fryer like literally will burn things super quick. And here I am making the pasta sauce, which is super easy to make, you guys. All I did was take a little bit of tomato paste, a little bit of garlic, and a little bit of olive oil. I let that cook together, then I added half a cup of heavy whipping cream and just kind of let that simmer for a couple minutes. I did end up adding a little bit more because it was not enough for both of us. I added a little bit of Parmesan cheese, then I set aside half of it so that I could add salt to it and season it with like some chili flakes and stuff. Obviously all that stuff Sophie is not having, so I just left enough pasta sauce for her in the pan. I added a little bit of spinach to hers, a little bit of garlic powder, and a little bit of pasta water, and let it simmer for a couple minutes, and that was done. In the meantime, the pasta and the corn was already boiling, so that was about to be done. I added her pasta in there, mixed it all together, and that was dinner, you guys. Super easy. Like I said, baby-led weaning has been super easy because usually I'll just cook for her the same things that we're having, and I just kind of modify hers a little bit. Like I just won't add any salt. And that was her plate all done. I added her pasta, her little carrots, and her corn with a little bit of butter. This is my dinner right here. Some pasta with some corn and a side of bread. You're gonna love this. But look at how excited my baby was for her food. I'm telling you guys, this girl loves pasta. She's a pasta girl just like her mom because I love pasta and so does she. She did eat most of her pasta, or she did eat all of her pasta because I ended up giving her more pasta. You guys will see in the end. She had, I think maybe like 1 carrot, and then she did have a few bites of her corn. And like I said earlier, I don't really like to offer her water while she eats, but this is a new cup for us, so I am putting it next to her food. That way she maybe will want to use it because I am trying to get her to learn how to use this new cup. And it actually was her first time ever eating corn, so she didn't really know how to bite it. So I really recommend demonstrating to them. Like I was next to her with my corn, literally taking exaggerated bites and like making loud chewing noises so she could see that I was eating it. So as you guys can see, I kind of demonstrated to her and she slowly started to kind of get the hang of it. She kind of had it like upside down a little bit, but she did end up taking some bites out of it and she did love it. And at this point, I could kind of tell that she was done eating, so I took away her plate and I gave her some water before bed. She was not a big fan of the cup that I showed you guys earlier, so I ended up giving her some water in her little open cup, which she still needs some practice using, so she definitely makes a mess, but that's okay. Baby-led weaning is messy in general. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of patience, and it can definitely be scary because you obviously don't want your baby to choke, but just do your guys' research. I will link below a lot of our essentials that we use that make mealtime so much easier, and a lot of the accounts that we follow and the apps that we use that are super helpful. Also remember that gagging and choking are 2 completely different things. Just because your baby gagged on a food does not mean that they choked. So do your guys' research and make sure you're cutting everything according to your baby's age. And that is pretty much all that I have for you guys today. Definitely let me know if you guys want to see more. For bedtime, I did give her like 4 more ounces of milk, and that is all that she ate in a day. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below if you guys don't want to miss any more videos on our channel, and I will see you guys in our next one. Bye guys.